You've been eating healthy your whole life. Spinach, tomatoes, and corn are the classics. But after 60, some of these healthy foods could actually be working against you. Over 60, these three vegetables are harming you. Here's what to eat instead. Hi, I'm Dr. Vinton, and today I want to share something most doctors never get the chance to tell their patients over 60 during a 15-minute appointment. Here's the truth. After age 60, your digestive system, kidneys, and joints change dramatically. What your body handled perfectly at 40 can now cause inflammation, pain, and nutrient loss. So let's talk about the three vegetables that seem perfectly healthy, but after 60, research shows they may be doing more harm than good. Number 1, spinach. Spinach is packed with oxalic acid, or oxalates. In younger bodies, most oxalates pass harmlessly, but over 60, with slightly reduced kidney function, oxalates can accumulate and form kidney stones or irritate joints. Even worse, those same oxalates bind to iron and calcium in your gut, actually blocking your body from absorbing the very nutrients it needs. After 60, when bone density and iron levels are already declining, this is a serious problem. Studies show that people over 60 with high spinach intake have a significantly elevated risk of kidney stone recurrence and joint discomfort, especially those with arthritis. The fix is simple. If you love leafy greens, swap spinach for cooked Swiss chard. Cooking that reduces oxalates by up to 30%, or try arugula and butter lettuce, which have almost zero oxalates and are packed with folate and vitamin K. Now for number 2, and this one shocks almost everyone I tell it to: raw tomatoes. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family, along with peppers and eggplant. They contain compounds called solanine and lectins. After 60, when gut lining often becomes more permeable, these compounds can leak into the bloodstream and trigger inflammatory responses, worsening arthritis and joint pain. Raw tomatoes are also highly acidic. After 60, stomach acid production actually decreases, but the esophagus becomes more sensitive. This combination means tomato-heavy meals are a leading cause of acid reflux and GERD flare-ups in older adults. A 2019 study in the Journal of Nutritional Science found that nightshade consumption correlated with increased joint pain scores in adults over 60 with existing arthritis, particularly when consumed raw. Here's the good news. Cooking tomatoes actually breaks down the lectins and reduces acidity significantly. Or swap to roasted red peppers for a similar taste profile. Or try red beets for that rich, earthy sweetness without the nightshade risk. And now for number 3. This one is going to surprise you the most: corn. Corn, especially sweet corn, has a glycemic index of 52 to 60, and when processed or cooked without the fiber intact, it can spike blood sugar rapidly. After 60, insulin sensitivity naturally declines, meaning blood sugar spikes hit harder and recovery is slower. Corn also contains zein, a form of prolamine protein that many people over 60 struggle to digest properly. It can feed harmful gut bacteria and contribute to bloating, gas, and intestinal inflammation. If you have IBS or any digestive sensitivity, corn is often a hidden trigger. Research from Harvard School of Public Health found that high corn consumption in older adults is linked to increased markers of systemic inflammation, a key driver of heart disease, Alzheimer's, and joint degradation. Here's the instead. Try cauliflower. It has a similar versatile texture but a much lower glycemic load and is rich in sulforaphane, which actually fights inflammation. Zucchini and green peas are also excellent swaps with far better blood sugar profiles. So let's recap. Number 1, raw or high-volume spinach because of oxalates that stress kidneys and block nutrients. Number 2, raw tomatoes because nightshade compounds and high acidity worsen inflammation and reflux. And number 3, corn because of its blood sugar impact and digestive burden after 60. Now, here's what I actually recommend for your plate if you're over 60 and want to reduce inflammation, support your joints, protect your kidneys, and keep your blood sugar stable. Broccoli is rich in vitamin C, folate, and sulforaphane, which has been shown to reduce cancer risk and fight systemic inflammation. Steam it lightly to maximize benefits. Sweet potato gives you the satisfying starchiness of corn, but with a much lower glycemic index of around 44, plus beta-carotene for eye health and potassium for heart health. Asparagus is a natural diuretic that helps kidneys flush out waste more effectively. It's also rich in folate, prebiotic fiber for gut health, and vitamin K for bone strength. Cooked beets are extraordinary for seniors. They boost nitric oxide production, which improves blood flow and lowers blood pressure. They're also rich in betaine, which protects the liver. Bonus tip, add ginger, turmeric, and garlic to whatever you're cooking. These three are perhaps the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods available, and they're especially potent for adults over 60. Here are my 3 simple rules for eating well over 60. 1. Cook your vegetables more, eat them raw less. 2. Prioritize color diversity over volume. 3. Rotate your greens weekly so no single compound builds up in your system. And never forget, hydration is your best friend for kidney health over 60. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water daily to help your body process and flush any dietary compounds naturally. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but Dr. Health, I've been eating spinach for decades and I feel fine. And that's valid. This isn't about perfection, it's about optimization. Every body is different. If your kidneys are functioning well and your joints feel great, a small amount of spinach cooked won't destroy you. The key word is moderation and awareness, not elimination. I want to hear from you in the comment below and tell me which of these 3 vegetables surprised you the most. Was it spinach, tomatoes, or corn? If this video gave you something useful, please hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. I release new senior health videos every week that your doctor may never have time to explain. And coming up next, the 5 fruits that are secretly spiking your blood sugar after 60. You'll want to watch that one before your next grocery run. Remember, aging is not a disease, it's a transition. The right nutrition choices can make that transition energetic, pain-free, and vibrant. Take care of your body, and it will take care of you. I'm Dr. Vinton, and I'll see you in the next one. After 60, your gut microbiome, the community of bacteria that runs your digestion, shifts significantly. You lose diversity, which means certain plant compounds you handled easily at 30 now cause disproportionate reactions. Here's the mechanism. Oxalates bind with calcium in the gut. The resulting calcium oxalate crystals are normally excreted, but when kidney filtration slows, as it does after 60, crystals linger and accumulate in kidney tubules. Leaky gut or intestinal permeability increases with age. When nightshade lectins from raw tomatoes pass through these cracks, your immune system mounts an attack, mistaking them for pathogens. This immune response is experienced as joint pain and fatigue. After 60, your pancreatic beta cells produce insulin less efficiently, and your muscle cells become slightly insulin resistant. This means glucose from high GI foods like corn stays in your blood longer, causing persistent elevated blood sugar, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. One reason leafy greens are still important after 60 is vitamin K2, a key bone health nutrient. But here's the catch, the vitamin K in spinach is K1, which is harder for older bodies to convert. Low oxalate greens like arugula and kale provide K1 more efficiently. Think of senior nutrition as a redesigned pyramid. At the base, water and movement. Middle layers of non-starchy vegetables, quality protein, and healthy fats. At the top are occasional starchy foods, controlled portions of fruits, and minimal processed foods. How you prepare vegetables matters enormously. Boiling reduces oxalates by up to 50%. Steaming preserves more vitamins than boiling, while still reducing anti-nutrients. Roasting caramelizes natural sugars, but concentrates them, better for root vegetables than leafy greens. One thing most senior nutrition guides skip: protein. After 60, you need more protein than younger adults, not less, to prevent sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. Pair your vegetable choices with quality protein like eggs, legumes, or fish at every meal. Concerned about calcium without spinach? Don't be. Bok choy, kale, broccoli, and almonds all provide highly bioavailable calcium, meaning your body can actually use it, without the oxalate interference that spinach causes.
The corn problem gets worse when processed. Canned corn often has added sodium. Corn chips are fried in inflammatory oils. High fructose corn syrup, hidden in hundreds of products, is directly linked to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease in older adults. Eating well after 60 doesn't mean becoming that person at every dinner party. Focus on the alternatives available. Most restaurants offer roasted vegetables, zucchini, sweet potato, or broccoli options. Ask for sauces on the side and skip the bread basket. In the description below, I've linked a free 7-day meal plan specifically designed for adults over 60, incorporating everything we talked about today. Downloading it makes the switch so much easier. Quick note for those with thyroid conditions, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and kale contain goitrogens, which in very large amounts can affect thyroid function. If you have hypothyroidism, cook your cruciferous vegetables and consult your doctor about
Portions. If blood pressure is a concern, and for most people over 60, beets, asparagus, and celery are your best allies. They support nitric oxide production and natural diuretic action without the side effects of medications. Fiber needs increased importance after 60, but the type matters. Soluble fiber from foods like sweet potato skin, peas, and carrots feeds good gut bacteria. Insoluble fiber from leafy greens and broccoli keeps transit time regular and reduces colon cancer risk. Magnesium, essential for 300-plus biochemical reactions in the body, is chronically low in most adults over 60. You lose more through urine with age. Best food sources? Dark leafy greens like Swiss chard, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and dark chocolate. Many vegetables are excellent hydration sources. Cucumbers are 96% water, celery 95%, zucchini 94%. For seniors where the thirst mechanism often weakens, eating water-rich vegetables is an important secondary hydration strategy. Here's something most people don't know. Your gut and brain communicate constantly through the vagus nerve. Poor gut health after 60 from difficult-to-digest foods doesn't just cause stomach problems, it affects mood, memory, and cognitive clarity. Make it practical to keep this simple shopping list on your phone. Asparagus, broccoli, cooked beets, zucchini, sweet potato, arugula, and Swiss chard. These 7 vegetables cover virtually every nutritional need a senior has with minimal risk. Important note: if you're on blood thinners like warfarin, be aware that vitamin K in leafy greens can affect medication levels. Always tell your doctor about significant dietary changes, especially when adding large amounts of new vegetables to your routine. Take Margaret, 67. After switching from daily spinach salads to arugula and cooked Swiss chard, her kidney stone episodes dropped from 2 per year to 0. Her joint pain decreased by 40% within 3 months. Same caloric intake, better food choices. Your 60s, 70s, and beyond can be your healthiest, most energized decades yet if you give your body what it actually needs at this stage of life. Small swaps, big results. You've got this.